The uploader shares a chilling and heartwarming account that blurs the line between the paranormal and the spiritual, an experience that unfolded right in the middle of daily family life. It all started when the uploader and his wife welcomed their twin boys into the world. One of them was named in honor of the uploader's late great-uncle, a man who had passed before ever getting the chance to meet the twins. The boys were just 2 years old when something strange began to happen, something that became a nightly ritual, whether they wanted it to or not. Each night, after bath time, the uploader would lay his sons on towels in their room to dry them off and get them ready for bed. It was a simple routine, but every night the son named after the late uncle would look up toward the ceiling, toward the same corner of the room, and begin to interact with someone or something that no one else could see. He would laugh, point, wave, and say things like, "Hi, baby." He'd giggle, play peekaboo, and carry on as though there was an invisible playmate waiting for him up in that corner. It happened night after night, like clockwork. At first, the uploader tried to make sense of it, while his wife brushed it off, assuming it was just the imagination of a quirky little kid. But the more it happened, the more uneasy the uploader became. Eventually, he started asking questions. "What do you see? Who are you talking to?" And that's when things took a darker turn. His son would respond with cryptic, unsettling phrases like "baby sleeping," "baby funny," and more disturbingly, "baby eyes black," or "baby sad," "baby crying." Every word added another layer of dread. This wasn't just a cute imaginary friend. Someone was there. Then came the moment that stopped the uploader in his tracks. One night he asked his son what the baby's name was. Without hesitation, the boy answered, "Rory." The name hit the uploader like a punch to the gut, because only a few months prior he and his wife had attempted their final IVF treatment. They had one last embryo. Sadly, the pregnancy didn't take. They had never told their twins about it. In fact, they hadn't spoken the name they had chosen, Rory, around them, or around anyone who might have mentioned it. Yet somehow their 2-year-old son not only knew there was a baby, but he knew its name, Rory. The name of the child that never came to be. It was impossible to explain. They had mourned quietly, privately. There were no photos, no keepsakes, and yet their child had been interacting with something only he could see, something he called Rory. And then life threw another twist their way. A few weeks after that incident, the uploader's wife began feeling unwell. On a whim, she took a pregnancy test. Before she even got the chance to say anything out loud, their son walked up to her, gently kissed her belly, and whispered, "Baby mommy's belly." He had no idea what a pregnancy test was. No one had said a word about the possibility, and yet he knew. Shortly after that, they confirmed it. She was, against all odds, pregnant. A natural pregnancy after being told there was only a 1% chance. And then, just as suddenly as it had started, the sightings in the room stopped. No more, "Hi, baby." No more waving to the corner. Silence. Weeks later, the family was visiting the uploader's parents. It was then that he decided it was time to show his son a picture of the great-uncle he was named after. The child had never seen him. No photos were displayed in the house. This would be the first time. As the uploader held out the picture, ready to explain who the man was, his son's face lit up. He pointed immediately and said, "Oh, baby. Hi, baby." The exact same words he used to say to the corner of his room. There was no hesitation, no confusion, just recognition. The uploader's theory: his late uncle had been watching over them all along, watching over the twins, and especially the one who carried his name. Perhaps he had even been with Rory, the soul of the child they lost, comforting and playing with him until it was time to move on. When the family became whole again and a new baby joined them, their purpose was fulfilled, and their presence faded peacefully into the background. But the story doesn't quite end there. Recently, the same son has begun talking about something new. He says he sees a black owl at night. The uploader admits he hasn't had the nerve to ask too many questions about this one. He laughs it off, half joking that maybe it means his son's been chosen for Hogwarts. But deep down, he wonders, what else does this child see? Some mysteries are never fully explained. Some visitors leave quietly when their time is up. But one thing is clear. This story is more than coincidence. It's a glimpse into something unseen, something that defies reason, and lingers long after the lights go out.